Depression. So many people are either happy or sad and suffering. And it seems like it's just two polar opposites. And, part of us fall in one bucket, part of us fall in the other, or climb from one to another periodically. What depression is, in the most simplistic terms, and this is something that all the generations don't necessarily understand, because somebody who would be my parent would say, oh my goodness, she has everything. And everything is material, in material terms. Everything is expressed in material. I don't know, family, children, house, great job, great this. So, and that generation before us doesn't necessarily understand or connect to, I should rephrase it actually, that generation grew up very differently. And if you think of them, they worked or lived a lot in the survival, and suffering was part of that survival. So if you have material things, that's overcoming survival. And when somebody's talking about spiritual growth or creations, or being creative, expressing yourself differently, that is nonsense. That is mumbo jumbo. It doesn't connect in the mind of somebody who's our parent. And it's all perfectly normal. Everything is for its own time. And the kids who are born, even my children, or the millennials, they even different than my generation is. And it is part of realization of growth. Part of that growth and change is realization that you more than just physical body, right? We have physical bodies, but we also have emotional bodies, which is where your soul lives for the most part. You cannot deny the emotions that we feel. You cannot touch them, you cannot feel them. They're not visibly, materially visible, but they exist. They're very real when you feel them. Sadness or happiness, very real sensations in your body. And there's also mental body. So you're like a stacking doll, but you have all of those parts and they're indivisible. And everything that expresses itself in the body, maybe is a disease of some sort, energy blockage, it all comes first, from your consciousness into the emotional body, and that's where it has to be addressed. And going back to the depression with what I started, here's the ice cream truck is coming. Depression is it's a signal, it's a sign that one part of your stacking doll, which is emotional body, which is your soul, needs cleanup. So you brush your teeth every day, you comb your hair, you do some sort of maintenance and cleanup on your body. Well, you need to do the same on your invisible parts, emotional body. And because when depression happens, it means there's so many bricks and boulders. It's the soul has no air to breathe, and it requires cleanup. And the best cleanup for the soul is the toothbrush is gratitude, and the toothpaste is forgiveness. A little bit long vlog, hopefully it helps somebody, but those two things you gotta practice daily, either through diary or something, but this is brushing teeth for your soul. And if you want to get up happy, so get up and count your blessings and forgive. Don't carry those bricks and boulders. And I know you cannot see me right now, But that's essentially the first step in curing depression. Thinking beyond the body, thinking about the soul, thinking how much has been accumulated that needs to be dropped and cleaned.